Hello everyone, and my name is Sani Kapoor, and you watching Law Putra YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing about the Consumer Protection Act, but before knowing about it, we should also know why the protection of the consumers is important. Any guesses? Yes, due to the consumer exploitation. There are various practices which are used to exploit the consumers. So let's get started with the first one. The first one is the unfair trade practices. Many producers, to promote their products, resort into the unfair trading practices, and they provide the false information and the deceptive description about their own products. That's why we say that the quality of the product does not match the standards which have been claimed. It is further divided into the two segments. The first segment is offering the new offering the no value gifts. What does this mean? We have mainly seen this in the supermarkets. In order to attract the customers, it provides us with the coupon on the purchase of the next item. And even it announces the contests and the lotteries with no intention of awarding the consumers. The second one is the false information and the deceptive advertisements. Many business firms today are spending most of its money on the advertisements, which are actually unethical. The second unfair practice is of the exorbitant prices. Today, many producers are inflating the prices of their own goods to earn higher profit. This is a severe issue because normal people are not able to buy the essential commodities. They fix the prices of the goods much higher than the actual cost of production. The third practice is adulteration, adding the inferior goods to the goods which are being sold in the market. Example, petrol to kerosene, water to milk, mineral oil to mustard oil, and harmful seeds to dal and grains. It is hazardous to the life and the health of the people. Fourth practice is the substandard products. Substandard products refers to the products with the poor quality. Many producers are selling these products in the market due to the as they are able to take the advantage of the innocence of the consumer and their incapacity to enforce the authorities to identify the product. So we should not believe on the ag mark which is mentioned on the products because there is no guarantee that whether the product is of the good quality with the safety specifications. The fifth point is the underweight supplies. Many producers sell the products which are less in the quantity than the quantity which is mentioned on the wrappers. Still, don't even trust on the quantity which is mentioned on the wrappers because it does not determine the substandard weight rules. For example, the LPG cylinder consists of less amount of the gas than it should have. The sixth point is the deceptive selling products. Let's take an example for it. When a firm announces the sale for the 50 to 90% of its goods, it may have raised the prices up to 100%. And most of the consumers are being exploited because of the same, not only in the public sector but as well as in the private sector, because the consumers do not have the access to the knowledge or they have the asymmetric information about the firm or the product. The seventh one is the redressal of the actual grievances of the public. The producers are not bothered or interested about the grievances of the public after selling their product or taking the payment. But now there are many redressal forums and even the consumer court who who are penalizing these producers and also these service producers for the deficiency of the goods. The eighth one is the consumer buy the products they do not want to. How this is possible? It is possible because they take the advantage of the ignorance of the consumers. They use the electronic media to manipulate the situations. Let's take the example for the same. The example is in the advertisement of the stain remover, it directs us to take a stained cloth and put it into a stain liquid, and all the stains will be removed. But it itself uses a pre-washed cloth or a new cloth for the same. The ninth point is the advertisement costs. Today, advertisement has become an important part of our lives too. So many firms are spending huge amount of money on the advertisements by using the electronic media or other forms of the media, which results in increasing the prices of the particular product, and it is further shifted to the consumers to pay the particular price to buy the product. The unfair trade practice is about hoarding and black marketing. It is actually faced by the consumers in today's time too. What do we mean by hoarding? Hoarding is a process of creating an artificial scarcity of the product by holding all the goods and the services which are not being sold in the market, and then selling all these goods at a premium or secretly can be called as black marketing of these goods. Let's take a common example of the recent times which took place in India. In many states, there was the scarcity of onions, but the people who had hoarded the onions were selling it at a premium or secretly. So we can say it was the black marketing of onions. There is also the 11th trade practice, or we can call it as the unfair trade practice, the tie sales. In many firms, there are the conditions that the consumers or we have to buy the particular product if we buy the another product. This is a harm to the consumers themselves because they have to buy the unwanted product to buy the product which is essential for them. So these were all 11 unfair practices which take place in every forum. We understand why the Consumer Protection Act is important and why consumer courts are keen to understand the deficiency of goods and also the unfair practices which have been taken place by many buyers and sellers. So in our next video, we will know about the objectives of the consumers. Thank you.